we are 4 weeks away from Big Ten Media Days, something in that range, and then we'll slide right into August camp. So once we hit Media Days, we're pretty much into the football season because it's all football all the time. And once we get to August camp, it's full go, of course, and only 4 weeks away from opening night, which is going to be a must-see for me. Intrigued with the matchup at Purdue on a Thursday night. All the college football nation is going to be watching. So, Tim, I'll start with you in regards to once we get to August camp, where your eyes going to be first and foremost in regards to narrative, storylines, position battles, anything in particular?
Well, I think for me at least, I'm going to be looking very carefully at the running backs and the offensive line. Those were two biggest sore spots on the offensive side of the ball last year. We've talked about this ad nauseum. I'm kind of sick of saying it, but last year Penn State did not have one single game of a 100-yard rusher. So I would hope that's not going to be the case this year, especially with Nick Singleton now in the fold and apparently already turning heads in spring practice, and I'm sure he'll do some more turning heads in the fall camp. And hopefully he stays healthy. I'm really excited to see what he's capable of. I wouldn't expect him, obviously, to start against Purdue. I would imagine Kevon Lee is probably the number one guy right now at tailback. But I think what'll be nice is him in the fold. I'm hopeful Kevon Lee kind of returns to his roots and sticks to trying to be a north-south runner, which made him so effective in 2020, his true freshman year in 2020. As opposed to last year when he did a little too much dancing around, like thinking that he was like Saquon who could, dance around and then just switch directions so quick that the other guys couldn't adjust. But I'm hopeful Kevon Lee returns me that north-south guy. And then who knows? You got is this the year Devin Ford finally breaks through and becomes more useful? Keziah Holmes, I don't know. Part of me is a little bit surprised that he didn't transfer out, but that's a guy who you're kind of thinking now or never with at this point. And then of course there's Katron Allen, another classmate of Singleton's who played at IMG Academy. His nickname's Fat Man, but man, he is a big dude who can run. He's not just some guy you throw in there to get you 1 yard, but he can carry piles and pick up several yards. So really just curious to see them. And then of course the offensive line. I know better now than to think they're going to be good, but my hope is they can be serviceable. And if they can be serviceable, it'd be a step up from last year, frankly. I figure at center, you should have an upgrade with Juice Scruggs being there. No disrespect to Mike Miranda, but I think you're going to see a upgrade in that spot. And you bring in, we talked about Hunter Norzad coming in, transfer from Cornell. He's a guy who's seeking to get drafted in the NFL next spring. So he has a great year at the FBS level. He can go a long way towards that. And I think he's a kid who's got a good chance at earning a starting spot. I believe he's a guard, Marty. But grab one of those starting guard spots. It should be a little more experienced unit overall. Hopefully a deeper rotation. So you just want to see improvements there. On the defensive side of the ball, my eyes are on the linebacker spots because the starting group, it's pretty good, but it's rather thin after that. So, I'm curious to see who maybe steps up, especially amongst the backups. I'd imagine Curtis Jacobs will be the leader of that group now, his third year playing on the team. And then in the middle, curious to see who takes that spot. There's a Tyler Elsdon. Is it Kobe King? Someone else? And so I'm really just it's a big question mark. Not sure who exactly besides Jacob. And frankly, if Jacobs goes down to injury, kind of like the quarterback position last year, you're looking at some potential trouble that happens. I'm pretty confident about the other spots in the defense, especially the secondary. Pretty deep group, but the linebacker unit is my other. So the big thing I'll be watching.